Download this code from codegive.com, link in the description below. Configuring Neovim for Rust development can greatly enhance your productivity by providing features like auto-completion, syntax highlighting, and linting. Below is a step-by-step tutorial to set up Neovim for Rust development. Prerequisites. 1. Install Neovim. Make sure you have Neovim installed. You can install it via your package manager, or download it from the official website, https://neovim.io. 2. Install Rust. If you haven't already, install Rust using rustup. Bash. curl proto equals https tlsv1.2 ssf https://sh.rustup.rssh. 3. Install cargo. This is usually installed with rustup. You can verify installation with bash cargo version. 4. Install Rust Analyzer. This is a language server for Rust. You can install it using the following command: bash rustup component add Rust Analyzer. Step 1. Install Plugin Manager. To manage plugins in Neovim, we will use vim-plug. Follow these steps to install it. 1. Create a directory for your Neovim configuration if it doesn't exist. Bash mkdirp/.config/nvim. 2. Install vim-plug by adding the following lines to your init.vim configuration file. If you don't have this file, create it. Bash touch/.config/nvim/init.vim. Add the following lines to your init.vim. Vim call plug begin /.vim/plugged. Add plugins here. Plug neovim/nvim/lsp config collection of configurations for built-in LSP client. Plug hrsh7th/nvim-cmp auto-completion plugin. Plug hrsh7th/cmp nvim-lsp source for nvim-cmp. Plug hrsh7th/cmp buffer source for nvim-cmp. Plug hrsh7th/cmp path source for nvim-cmp. Plug hrsh7th/cmp command-line source for nvim-cmp. Plug nvim lua/plenary.nvim useful Lua functions used by lots of plugins. Plug nvim treesitter/nvim treesitter, do, ts update treesitter configurations and abstraction layer. Plug nvim treesitter/nvim treesitter text objects additional text objects for treesitter. Call plugin. 3. Save and exit the file, then run the following command in Neovim to install the plugins. Vim plug install. Step 2. Configure LSP and auto-completion. Add the following configuration to your init.vim for setting up Rust Analyzer and nvim-cmp. Vim LSP settings. Lua EOF. Require lsp_config.rust_analyzer.setup. Settings equals. Rust Analyzer equals. Cargo equals. All features equals true. PROC macro equals. Enable equals true. EOF. Auto-completion setup. Lua EOF. Local CMP equals require CMP. CMP setup. Snippet equals. Expand equals function, args. vim.fn vsnip anonymous, args.body, for vsnip users. End. Mapping equals. cn equals cmp mapping.select_next_item. cp equals cmp mapping.select_previous_item. cy equals cmp mapping.confirm, select equals true. Sources equals. Name equals nvim_lsp. Name equals buffer. Name equals path. EOF. Tree sitter configuration. Lua EOF. Require nvim treesitter.configs.setup. Ensure _installed equals rust. Highlight equals. Enable equals true. Indent equals. Enable equals true. EOF. Step 3, Additional configuration. You might want to add some additional useful settings for a better Rust development experience. Here's an example. Vim. General settings. Set numbers show line numbers. Set relative numbers show relative line numbers. Set expand tab use spaces instead of tabs. Set shift width equals 4 number of spaces for indentation. Set tab stop equals 4 number of spaces that a tab counts for. Set auto indent new lines. Enable mouse support. Set mouse equals A. Set syntax highlighting. Syntax on. Step 4, Install additional tools. For a complete Rust development experience, consider installing the following tools. rustup, code formatter. Bash. Rustup component add rustup. Clippy, linter for Rust. Bash. Rustup component add Clippy. Final steps. 1. Open a Rust project, navigate to your Rust project directory and open it with Neovim. Bash. nvim main.rs. 2. Check the setup. If everything is set up correctly, you should see syntax highlighting, and auto-completion should work when you start typing. Example Rust code. Here's a simple example of Rust code to test your setup. Rust. fn main. Let greeting equals hello, world. Println, greeting. Conclusion. You now have a fully configured Neovim for Rust development, complete with LSP, auto-completion, and syntax highlighting. This setup can significantly enhance your coding experience in Rust. Enjoy coding.